Hello, welcome to Métis Crossing. My name is Lily Rose Myers, and I am the traditional knowledge holder and also the traditional teacher here at Métis Crossing. And I'm honored to share this prayer with you. Through our work each day, Métis Crossing works to share stories of the past, the present, and the future of the Métis people. Indigenous tourism provides opportunities for Indigenous peoples across the province to share our stories with guests from next door and from around the world. These opportunities increase when we work together with others to build the industry. I thank you, Creator, for people and organizations that work together. Guide us all. Explore Edmonton, Indigenous Tourism Alberta, and we, the operators of like Métis Crossing, to work together in your spirit of honesty, integrity, and responsibility for ourselves, others, and Mother Earth. Help us to honor each other, our strengths, and build up our weaknesses. Remind us to always bring our best selves to these tables. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. Explore Edmonton respectfully acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and Métis Nation of Alberta Region 4. We acknowledge this land as the traditional home of many Indigenous peoples, including the Cree, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota Sioux, Dene, Saulteaux, Anishinaabe, Inuit, and many others whose histories, languages, and cultures continue to influence our vibrant community. My name is Maggie Davison, Interim CEO of Explore Edmonton. I am pleased to be here today to formalize our partnership with Indigenous Tourism Alberta through the signing of a memorandum of understanding. I would like to thank our board chair, Chantal Gauche, and board member, Chief Billy Moran, for joining me here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. This is a very exciting day for our organization as we solidify our commitment to support the development and marketing of the Indigenous tourism businesses that provide authentic Indigenous cultural experiences right here in the Edmonton region. Explore Edmonton recognizes our responsibility to support and market Indigenous experiences, and we are honored that Indigenous Tourism Alberta has put their trust in us to do so. We will lend our voice as an equal partner to develop and grow year-round authentic Indigenous experiences in Alberta's capital region. Indigenous tourism is growing at a fast rate, with more and more international travelers than ever before looking to visit Alberta to learn about our history and experience the culture and perspectives of Indigenous people. The Indigenous experiences in Edmonton are part of our identity as a destination, and we are committed to marketing them to local, national, and international audiences. Explore Edmonton is proud to have a wide array of authentic Indigenous experiences that contribute to the social and economic prosperity of our region. It has been a challenging time for Indigenous tourism providers during the pandemic, so it's more important than ever that we work together to support, develop, and market Indigenous tourism businesses. We very much look forward to working closer than ever with Indigenous Tourism Alberta and help develop and market Indigenous tourism experiences in the Edmonton region. I would now like to invite Shay Bird, CEO of Indigenous Tourism Alberta, up to the podium.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Shay Bird, and I am the CEO for Indigenous Tourism Alberta. We are extremely happy to have everyone here today to celebrate this partnership with Explore Edmonton and the building and further relationship between the two organizations. On behalf of the board of directors and the staff and team and myself, welcome. Indigenous tourism is an incredibly fast-growing industry within our province of Alberta and across the country. We've seen demand looking at 1 in 3 international travelers looking for that Indigenous tourism experience and 1 in 4 domestic. We also know that in partnership with the economic benefits Indigenous tourism plays for Alberta, it also has incredible social benefits that is long-lasting and has a ripple effect throughout the province and throughout the Indigenous communities and entrepreneurs throughout Alberta. Pre-COVID, we saw incredible demand from Indigenous tourism and GDP contribution, about $166.2 million, even though we knew that Indigenous tourism was very much in the infancy stages of the tourism industry itself. And we see so much demand from the entrepreneurs and communities to get into Indigenous tourism and really shape Alberta as a premier Indigenous tourism destination. And a key piece of that will really be building out these strategic partnerships. As we've seen with COVID, our industry has had a devastating impact, and a lot of our businesses struggle just to keep the doors open. This is a time where we really need to work together to build these strategic partnerships and move forward with an aligned vision to not only ensure the survival of our industry as a whole, but to grow it to levels that we haven't seen in the past. There's a lot of opportunities here working in partnership with Explore Edmonton, and Edmonton itself has a very rich diversity of Indigenous tourism entrepreneurs, communities, and products that we are excited to share with the world in partnership with Explore Edmonton. So as we move forward in this momentous day of sharing that reciprocal relationship and that aligned vision moving forward, I say thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to what's to come in partnership with Explore Edmonton.
Well, good morning, Tanshe. My name is Joe Uri, and I am a director for Indigenous Tourism Alberta. A lot of great things are going on. I don't have a lot to speak to with regards to that because the professionals in the room are taking good care of that. But what I want to speak to is to this place where we are right now, to Amiskwaciwâskahikan, Edmonton. There's a lot of stories here. There's a lot of stories in the ground. There's a lot of stories in the water. There's a lot of stories in the air. And a lot has been built on top of those stories. But very importantly, those stories that were here before are continuing to simmer. And they're sitting underneath the ground waiting to be told. And this new partnership between Explore Edmonton and Indigenous Tourism Alberta is going to help pull back some of that concrete and let some of those stories come back to the surface again. So I just want to congratulate Edmonton, Explore Edmonton, and our hard working team at Indigenous Tourism Alberta on what you all have achieved today. It's a very excellent moment in time, and it is that with that spirit that we're going to move this thing forward. So thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Chantal Gauche, and I am the board chair for Explore Edmonton, and I am just delighted to be here today to represent the board of Explore Edmonton and take part in this historic event with Indigenous Tourism Alberta. I am so proud to be part of an organization that realizes the importance of making this commitment and know that together, Indigenous Tourism Alberta and Explore Edmonton will accomplish great things. I'd like to acknowledge Chief Billy Morin, who is here with us today and who graciously agreed to become a board member for Explore Edmonton last spring. We are grateful for the knowledge and valuable perspective he brings to the organization. It's an exciting time when these two organizations can continue this journey together as partners with the goal of growing Indigenous tourism and deepening the breadth of cultural experiences in our region. Indigenous tourism provides an invaluable opportunity for everyone to understand another culture and a way of knowing, and by supporting and investing in Indigenous attractions, experiences, and businesses, we are a more culturally aware, diverse city, better able to compete and win as we tell the story of Edmonton in our own unique way. We are so lucky to live in Edmonton on Treaty 6 in Métis Region 4 territory, where meaningful cultural experiences are plentiful and embraced by locals and visitors. I'm proud to be part of the board of an organization that realizes the importance of Indigenous tourism and its value in the larger tourism industry as we work to rebuild our visitor economy. I look forward to seeing the progress and development of Indigenous tourism experiences here in the Edmonton region. Thank you.
Edmonton is extremely lucky to boast the second largest Indigenous population in the whole of Canada. And as an Indigenous destination, we must all come together to share the rich culture and history within our region. We look forward to aligning with and supporting Indigenous Tourism Alberta to elevate the Indigenous tourism experience in the Edmonton region. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you.